So for weeks now, I've been telling you guys to not worry about Facebook and privacy and instant personalization because it's all just a joke and it's going to work fine and your panic is just out of control. I've been telling you to grow up and just get over it. And when it comes to just instant personalization, I pretty much agree with that. Here's the problem. The privacy issues Facebook is having go so much deeper than that. It's actually scary. They're stealing data. They're misconceiving their concepts. They're confusing you guys on what really is happening here. So instant personalization allows you to go to one site and have Facebook tell that site things that you like because you said it. Okay. Within Facebook and outside of Facebook, they're allowing sharing. So let's say you watching, you. Let's say you make a lot of money a year. Let's say you make $100,000 a year. That's a lot of money to some people. And you keep it private, but you let me see it because we're friends. I go to an application that says, rate the worth of my friends and how much they make. It's going to use my profile to get to you, which I have access to because we're friends. It's going to see how much money you make. It's going to pull it through me by proxy into the application and make like a little graph or a table or some sort of goofy thing that's going to say, you make $100,000 a year. Now it's on the application, so anybody who uses the app can see it. Now it's on my wall, so anybody that I'm friends with can see it. Even people that you're not friends with. Your privacy has been compromised through me by a third-party application. Not cool. That's within Facebook. It's not cool, but it's not the worst thing in the world. This is going outside of Facebook, where Facebook is using its users to mine information about their friends and pass them to third-party external websites. They're shaking down their developers for money. And basically everybody's paying Facebook to drive traffic to their site, and they're all just screwing us in the end. It's really bad. So I'm going to flip over to a screencast and show you how to fix at least a couple of these issues. Protect whatever little bit of data you can. Alright, so let's take a look at the settings on Facebook. Here's what you need to be careful for. First thing, let's go to Account and Privacy Settings. Okay? Applications and Websites. Let's check this out. What your friends can share about you. Personally, my friends should not be sharing anything about me. Only I should be sharing stuff about me, but Facebook doesn't agree. So, edit settings. Now, I have everything here unchecked, but make no mistake, when I first looked at this, that is not the way it was. All of them were checked except for, I believe, my hometown, my education and work, and maybe website. Everything else was checked, which basically means that even if I have it marked private, if I'm friends with you, you have access to it as a friend. You can share it through another website. So anybody who knows anything about me, if you go to another website or an application that looks for that information, it's going to use you as a proxy to pull information about me. This is what I mentioned a little bit earlier when I talked to you guys in the video. That's basically what's going to happen with this. Not something I'm completely comfortable with, so I have that all empty. Now, I mentioned instant personalization and how it shouldn't be a big deal. And that in and of itself is not a big deal. You can still notice that I have it unchecked. Allow select partners to instantly personalize their features with my public information when I first arrive on their websites. I didn't want to share that. I could. It's my public information. I can't really complain. But I still decided to opt out of it. Now, let's see if we can read this. Can you guys see this here? Please keep in mind that if you opt out, if you say you're not interested, your friends may still share public Facebook information about you to personalize their experience on these partner sites unless you block the application. So by simply unchecking the box and saying that you don't want to share information with the sites directly, you're not prohibiting your friends. So your friends can share information that you said you didn't want to share yourself. How is that okay? Now the only other last thing is, let's go out of privacy and just into application settings. Okay. So here's probably the most interesting of the bunch. And I deleted the ones that were a problem. But let's take Mahalo, for example. There's no Mahalo application. I've gone to Mahalo.com though, and what happened? Through Open Graph, Facebook's new sharing, by going to Mahalo.com, Facebook has allowed Mahalo to put an application on my Facebook profile. If I delete this and then go back to Mahalo.com and come back here, this will be back again. So it's not like Foursquare, which I use, which I enabled, or TweetDeck, or Seismic, which I don't even use anymore. But these ones or Tumblr, I do use all of these. So I've enabled them using Facebook Connect. I've put in my username. I've put in my password. I've said go to my profile, check my information, interact with Facebook. That's helpful for me. I didn't do that here. I just went to Mahalo's website, and I just didn't log out of Facebook first. The only way to keep it from interacting is to click on Mahalo, edit settings, click on additional permissions, uncheck this, and then check OK. And then it still has to stay here though. Like once I delete the application, those settings follow it. Alright, Backupify is another one. Edit settings, additional permissions. Access my data when I'm not using the application. Put there automatically just by going to backupify.com. This happens to work out for me because I keep everything backed up. But even if I didn't, just by going to backupify.com, they now have access to pull data off of my Facebook without any explicit instructions from me. Do you see how dangerous this is becoming? From the example I gave you before to what I've showed you here in your application settings and your privacy settings, do you see how dangerous this is? Just by existing on Facebook and the web at the same time, you are authorizing external websites access to push information to your profile and pull information from it. Just by existing. You don't have to explicitly authorize any of this. Now the question always remains, what information are they pulling or pushing? And the answer that I have for you is, I don't know, which is the scariest part of it all. It can be anything. It depends on what the application or the website, the external party, is looking for. I don't know what each individual person is pulling from you. So this is why I'm only on Facebook long enough to warn you guys of all of these things. To do some more videos, to show you how to lock down your information, and then I'm pulling shocks and I'm getting the hell out. Alright? So I'm going to provide a home for you guys for my tech stuff elsewhere. I'm going to revamp Vig the Geek all weekend, along with JVig Media. I'm going to merge them together and make it a big website where you can log into and comment and just really have a lot of capabilities and chat and do everything there. And you can come and interact with me and my audience. But as soon as I get that ready and I feel you guys are sufficiently warned, I'm done on Facebook. I'll be deleting my account shortly. So hopefully you guys take heed and protect yourselves. I urge you to look into this and do so. I'll talk to you soon.